inequalities, we have two situations. One when it's less than, and the other is when it's greater than. Now, when it's less than, our answer would be like this. The number less than x less than whatever number. So similar to the equation whereby we have two numbers, positive and negative, we're going to do that with our inequalities. But to make things a little bit easier, we're going to do negative the number less than 2x minus 1 less than positive the number. So all we did, we make 5 positive and negative and put it on either end of our center problem, and then we remove the absolute value and we solve as normal. We subtract 1, subtract 1, subtract 1. So the ones will cancel here. Then we have 5 subtract 1 gives us 4. We have 2x here. And negative 5, negative 1 is negative 6. We divide by 2. So the 2 cancel. So x is less than 2, less than negative 3. And that's our solution. The next example is this here. Let me just get a different color pen. So again, we're going to do negative positive 9. Keep the symbol. So negative 9 less than equal to 1 minus 2x less than equal to 9. We're going to get rid of the 1. So we're going to subtract 1. So this cancels. Negative 9, negative 1, that gives us negative 10. Here we have negative 2x, and this gives us 8. Now, we're dividing by negative 2. Now, when it comes to inequalities, whenever you're dividing by a negative number, you need to flip the symbol. Anytime you flip these symbols, flip. So what we will have is positive 5, because a negative divided by a negative is positive. We're going to change the symbol. This cancels, so we have x. We change the symbol again, and this gives us negative 4. So this reads 5 is greater than or equal to x, x is greater than or equal to negative 4. So we can rearrange that to say negative 4 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 5. All right, because we usually write the lower number first and then the higher number. So anytime we divide by a negative number, don't forget to flip your symbols. However, your negative number would be on the opposite end and your positive number on the opposite end. So you just flip that again and just flip the sign, okay? Now, there's another way we can do this. All you need to do is to graph this thing in Desmos and get your answer. So I typed my equation in Desmos, all right? And here's what it produces. Now, if you notice, I have a dotted lines here. And we have dotted lines because it's less than. So anytime it's less than, more than, you would have dotted lines in your result. On the other hand, so for that question, we look for where the numbers are. So here it seems to be, so that's negative 1, negative 2. All right. And over here, it's 1, 2, 3, positive 3. And that's what we got for our answer over here. Okay. On the other hand, for this one, we have a solid line. This line is solid, and that means it's less than, greater than, and equal to. So once the equal to is there, we would have that solid line. And then again, it goes from -4 all the way up to +5. And that's what we got for our answer here. Okay. The other thing is greater than, and something to note that when you do it greater than, you have two sets of numbers. You have -infinity, comma, that negative number, union, the number, comma, infinity. So you graph and then you just identify the domain. So let's do that. Let's look at these two here. Okay, so I am going to do this first one. So again, greater than or equal to, so the line would be solid. So if you notice, everything here less than that particular number, so it goes to infinity. So this number here is between, so 15, 16, 17, so -17. So we go from -infinity all the way up to -17. On this end here, it's 0, 1, 2. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. So it goes from 3 to +infinity. So your solution for that should look like this. -infinity, comma, -17, union 3, comma, infinity. So that's how we do for greater than. Let's look at the other example there. Okay, so for this example, again, it's greater than, no equal to, so we expect a dotted line. So for here, again, it's like -5.5. So -infinity to 5.5. And then it starts at 6.5 to +infinity. So that's how we would write that. -infinity, -5.5. And then union 5. We said 6.5 to infinity. All right, so that's how we write our greater than inequalities. Okay.